Okay. Can you see the recording on your screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, meeting number 3. Let's get started. I'm gonna share the screen and let me know if you can see the agenda number 3.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's up.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the icebreaker. I choose 2 questions. So the first question is, are you a morning person or a night person? I personally, I guess I'm not a night person because like I have to do my homework at night. In the morning, I can just wake up and do like all that my stuff. I feel that my brain works better at night, I guess. So yeah, night person. What about you guys?
I'm probably a morning person, honestly. I mean, I do good work at night, but especially because I'm surfing in the morning. But
Sure.
also, I do good work in the morning. I just surf during good working times, so I don't often get to utilize it.
I would say I'm definitely like in the middle, but I'm definitely like more of a morning person just because I like being like productive in my mornings because I feel like when I'm productive, I just have such a good day.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm a morning person.
Okay, good point.
I'd say I'm a night person. I do wake up early, but I'm way more productive at night. At least when it comes to schoolwork.
Perfect. So second question is, would you rather have more time or more money? I think that this one is a hard one, but I don't know, like right now I feel that I have enough time, so I will go with more money right now.
I'm not sure. I mean, like, I guess since there's no theoretical like amount that I either get, it's not like a trade-off.
Yeah.
I'd probably say more time just because perhaps time is so finite and money you can work and get time, but even if you have money, you're never gonna get more time. So perhaps time.
Yeah, I would also say time because I think that time is more valuable than money personally, especially like in life. I don't know. That's kind of deep, but
No, I got it.
This one's tough because, like you said, like there's no amount is there, so I kind of don't know how much amount we're talking. But I don't know. At first, I was thinking time, but little by little, if it's just like 1 year, I guess I would take money. So it just depends. But I would say money, just because of how expensive everything's getting.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, it was a rough time. It was a rough question, that one. But anyways, so the third question is just like, do you have any questions about class or our project, our draft today? If not, if so far you don't have, it's okay. We can go through the discussions question. So any questions? No?
Not right now. Yeah, not right now. Okay. Maybe eventually though.
Actually, I have one question. It was hard making a thesis just because I don't know like still like how or what I'm supposed to say in it. Like I feel like a thesis, I don't know.
Maybe we could put a few on our thing and then we can ask Professor Morel which one she thinks would fit our presentation the best.
Yeah. The thing
and
is
she's
that,
gonna, sorry, go ahead.
The thing is that I don't know if we already have to have our thesis for like today in our draft, or like we have enough time for next class or whatever. So if, I don't know.
Maybe we just put something general down for now. I don't really know.
Yeah, we can do that.
Because I don't know exactly like what we're supposed to be
doing.
Yes, because I feel like there's a lot of ways we can take it because we could talk about the supply chain in general, or do we talk about like, you know, like all like the bad stuff with like the slave labor and like the child labor and stuff like that.
Yeah. We can put like,
yeah, we can invite her to the Zoom call right now. Can you imagine?
Okay, let's check that later.
Yeah.
And then, so we have 3 questions for the discussion today. So the first one is, how can blockchain help in end slavery in our supply chain? And then, can you track your item back to the source currently? Someone wants to start first. Okay, I think go. Okay, I guess this is kind of like a program, or like, I don't know how you can call like the blockchain. So I saw there are like 5 stages, and basically it starts with the consumers, or like the last phase is like the consumers. So you can go ahead and look for the code and see. So basically it tracks every item since alphabetically. I don't know if that means that, oh, okay, let's say that this is the supplier of this company, so the product track to the primary source, or like just the suppliers. I'm not sure about it, but that's what I just took a look real quick. But yeah, I don't know what else. And then about the second question, yeah, you can do it. And especially in class, this the girl says like there is an app where you can like look it up and see if they are fair trade or not. So yeah, you can do it. Someone else?
Yeah, I feel like blockchain probably will just bring like more like awareness to it, I feel like, because I feel like a lot of people are unaware of this whole like slavery thing outside of like the US, just because I feel like we know of slavery, obviously, like we have like a slavery history, but I feel like after that people just kind of like thought it was gone, if you could say, when really like it's like kind of like all over the world, especially like in the underdeveloped countries. So I feel like it'll just help bring awareness, and then people will just be like more aware of it, and possibly hopefully will be consuming less of those products. And
Yeah,
then can you track your items back to, I'd hope so, right? I mean, tracking your items back,
yeah,
I hope. I
yeah.
think so.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think we agree as well, Sydney. Like, I feel like if more consumers were to know exactly what companies, have slavery in their supply chain, I think more consumers would be hesitant to purchase that product. So bringing awareness, I think, would be the first thing.
Yeah, I think a lot of consumers are now starting to have an eye for these ethical solutions to these problems because, well, still a lot of these things go under the sight of many kind of, consumers, especially in first world countries. There is a lot of slavery going on that we just don't see. We only see the finished product. But now that it's starting to be brought to light a little bit, I think that we'll start to see companies take advantage of providing ethical products, and and hopefully we can see the source of those products, because it will put a lot more kind of positive light and the companies that are striving to do the extra step and not source their products unethically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point, because I also wanted to say that, like, especially here in the US, it obviously doesn't happen, but like companies get the sources or like whatever product they are looking for from countries where obviously the ethical practices are not like mandatory or requirement for like companies or for the profit or stuff like that. So yeah, I feel that just making awareness about what's going on in other countries and just go a little bit out of your little bubble, it's important. And yeah, but yeah, I like this kind of conversations. Okay, next question. You want to read it aloud, Sydney?
Oh, yeah, sorry. So it says, please discuss your knowledge and experience with slavery and the supply chain. Research your company's, oh my gosh, why can I not read? Procurement policies, processes, and planning in regards to modern slavery. What can you find? What is missing? What is needed?
Okay. Someone want to start first?
I feel like my knowledge, just like we were kind of saying, I feel like up until, well, I mean, well, okay, let me just, okay, I feel like I kind of knew there was like, I knew there was like more child labor, but I didn't really realize it was like more on like the slavery side of things as well until like we kind of started talking about it in class. But I don't know, I feel like it's something that should be talked about a lot more than it is. But I feel like a lot of people, especially us, like, in America, in like the more like richer, like developed countries, we don't even like really think about it as much as we should, just because all we care about is really getting the products, not how they're being made or where they're coming from.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure.
I agree. I think there's a lot of like bargain hunting and emphasis on cheap, quick, fast fashion, as we talked about. You go and everywhere you see is just, big flashy signs that say 40% off, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like, it's in your face, cheap, and I think the grandeur of it all overwhelms that you really just can't see where it's sourcing. You're more so happy that you're getting the benefit than other people are putting in the extra effort for you
Yeah,
to.
I feel we're just like selfish kind of. But I
Yeah.
feel like the thing is too is that we're the ones like I was saying, like I think the video even said it in class, like we are like the like on like the richer side of the country. So I feel like we are the ones who have like those tools and those tools, I guess, to like stop this, but we're not for some reason. And I feel like we should, because if it was like the other side of things and like we were the ones producing all this stuff, we would not have it. So I mean, I feel like we should put ourselves in like their shoes because things would be a lot different.
It's
Yeah.
it's a tough thing because I mean, if you think about it, like think about especially in COVID situation, you know, let's say you're a mom, you gotta buy clothes for your kid. You don't have a ton of money because you lost your job and you're trying to buy, shoes for your kid. You see cheap shoes on sale, you buy it so you have shoes to wear. At the end of
Yeah.
the day, it's hard when a society is built around, like, if you're struggling, you also can't choose. I mean, you look at it, and some of these ethical companies are super expensive, so it's a tough. I mean, I'm playing devil's advocate right now, but it's
Yeah.
really tough. Like trying to, like, at one end, if you have the money to buy ethical, buy ethical. But the other side of the coin, how do we make this still affordable and attainable for people who may have to purchase
Yeah.
these cheap goods?
The thing
It's
too
it's a
is
weird thing.
the thing too is I feel like a lot of people don't know who is ethical and who isn't. That's like I think that like the biggest problem almost. Like that's like the starting point that people need to learn or like educate themselves, or like companies that educate their customers, like who like they need to like they need to be straight up and be like we're ethical or like we're not ethical, because I feel like them hiding it is like it's making it like a bigger deal, because then we're just continuing to buy from them when like maybe either they need to make a change or we need to make a change.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
also there needs to be heavy regulation on
Yeah.
saying ethical or not, because I mean, look, you see New York Times bestseller on every book. You can't just trust the
Yeah.
label. I mean, there's a lot of ways around it, so it's hard to, like, a product could just put on the label ethical, or
Yeah. There's
be like,
like
yeah, like,
regulations. Yeah.
yeah, America's favorite pancake.
That's true.
I've seen 12 of those, and certain you're none of it. But I think there needs to be maybe more government push in a sense, because companies naturally aren't going to do it alone. It's
Oh
unless there's
yeah.
a company that's its mission. Companies now are not going to redirect their path in more
Yeah.
expensive.
Especially yeah. Especially if they're already well, I feel like first of all, like you were saying in COVID, like COVID, of course COVID makes everything more difficult. And then if a company, already maybe is struggling from COVID, they're gonna maybe even change and get those cheaper goods, which like is not helping the situation at all.
True. So maybe like the solution is not about like the customers, but I mean, it's obviously important to create an awareness in like people about the issues that we are passing through. But I would say that it's more about like the government policies and like what laws are you implementing to get business doing the right thing. Because also, if you like think about it, those companies that don't have like ethical practices, they have a target, and the target is good. That's why they are making profit, and they are like creating products for those kind of targets. So I guess would be great if like government focuses on that, and also like for like customers saying like you have the decision to either buy something like fast fashion clothing, or maybe go to the what's it called, to a store where you can rebuy something that someone else used, at a thrift store. So yeah, you have like two options to make.
Yeah. Just like being smarter.
Yeah. Okay, Christian, you want to add something else, or?
I feel like I'm just gonna be repeating a lot of what you said because it's all true. You know, so it's a very common issue with a lot of it. You know, with chocolate, with all the stuff that they kind of talked about in class. So we all, at least me, you know, someone that's not really out there looking to see where all this stuff comes from, just because I have other stuff that I'm doing. The moment that I do find out, I'm in shock, because I would never expect the amount of slavery that would go into a piece of chocolate. You know, you don't even think about that when you're eating that chocolate. So as you dig deeper into these other things, you start realizing, oh, okay, like this is some serious stuff that's in a lot of our product, not just like clothes, not just diamonds, because I was aware of those, but I wasn't aware of the chocolate, I wasn't aware of the coffee, you know, all these other products that are affected. So I feel like awareness is back sounding like a, you know, police reporter. It's the main thing first, because I feel like as soon as, you know, I don't know if this happens to you guys, but when a documentary comes out on Netflix, you know, like I think there was one called What the Health, and it was about how all these pesticides or stuff that are going into our food, mainly in like the meats and stuff, is affecting us. Well, a lot of people, I did notice, were like, now that they were aware of that, started changing their diets to more like vegan and not relying heavily on like meats and stuff. So I feel like the moment they come out with more of these documentaries that talk more about like these issues, then possibly we can start thinking about changes and stuff. Because it's tough, like Jake mentioned, if you have that one person that can't afford, you know, that the luxury items that are very ethically good, it's kind of tough, you know, because it is more, I guess, convenient for people with not big wallets to go and buy stuff at 40% discount and stuff.
Sure.
That's my thought on it.
Okay. Yeah. Let's move now to the third question, that it's basically about the draft and how we're gonna organize about that. So I previously say that we should put our name on the slides that we wanna do. So let's go over there. Okay, any questions so far about that, or something else that you wanna add? Okay, perfect. So this one is the presentation. The thesis, we're gonna have some options right now, and then this one is gonna do Sydney and also the manufacturing. Jake is gonna do sourcing. I'm gonna do logistics and workplace environment, and then I add ethical issues, but I'm not sure.
I think that's good. I think that could be a good part of it, because I know like our whole presentation isn't supposed to be it, but I feel it still ties in. So I like that.
Okay, perfect. And then recommendations, I guess you're doing that, Chris. Oh, wait. Recommendations and conclusions, I guess you're doing that person. And then just
I added like my links to my articles. I'm gonna put them in APA, but I put them there just so I wouldn't forget.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's totally fine.
I'm gonna do it after our meeting.
Okay, yeah. So for the thesis statement, do anyone has any options so far?
I think we should say like, because I don't know if it's supposed to be on like the supply chain itself or
I
on the
think,
issues in the supply chain, which I guess is kind of the same thing. But
okay.
I don't know, Jake is kind of like good at theses. He was like good at our last one, so I feel like he
Oh
was
no.
you were good at our last one.
Yeah,
You kind of
maybe.
like,
We should put a little note. I think that like we're kind of struggling a little bit with it. So when she looks at it, she'll leave comments. Because she
yeah, I
left.
can add a note for us guys.
Okay.
I'll
I
say help.
also brought this one. It's not good. I just like look for something.
Oh
So
wait, can
I
I
have
change
like the
the sorry, I'm gonna change this font and stuff because it's really bogging or the
yeah.
size because it's really bothering me when it's not the same. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, but
There's another
it's
one.
fine. I just
Just because I mean I was like kind of I like it when it's all the same, you know?
yeah.
Sorry. Sorry, you can continue. I'm just rambling now.
Okay, yeah. So that's my thesis, but I know it's wrong, maybe, probably. So
I actually don't think it sounds bad.
Let me see. Let me see. So I need to change it to the different color because that's gonna bother me. Can you guys tell how I'm literally like insane? Okay. Oh, I like that.
yeah,
I think that's good.
I mean, cause I look at the like the final presentation, and she is like talking about like let me check real quick. No, here it's not. What else? Should be here. So she's talking about like supply chain philosophy and like
Yeah.
the supply chain and like quality controls and logistics operations and final product. So I said like, okay, I guess it's all about like supply chain, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's an option, but
I
we
think
can
that's
always change
good.
it.
I think that's like a good like going off point that we can put that for now. And then maybe even after we finish our whole slides and we like realize that something else can like we can add to it to like help just like strengthen it, then like we might
Yeah.
as well do that, you know?
Yeah. Okay. I like that. And
And we
then
can always we can add
so
like a little note and be like, hey, Professor Morale, is this okay?
yeah. Is it okay or should we change it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So right now we're gonna take some time to do our slides. I know you, Sydney, you're already
I
there.
know.
So
I
you're
got a
gonna
little
fill
I was
out
like,
or like something. So what about if we have 10 to 15 minutes to write our slides and then make sure that we are in the same way and we're in track.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can like add like pictures, I guess, to it right now.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna stop sharing.
I have a quick question. I don't remember if any of us, like, if you guys remember this, but are we allowed to use the company's website as a source? Because I used it for the history one.
Yeah, I think we're
Okay.
allowed.
It's okay.
Yes.
Okay, I
I'm
just want to
pretty
make
sure.
sure. Because I just use it for like its history.
Okay.
Probably gonna have quite a few sources, so I don't think it'll matter in terms. It's not like we're using that as like a filler.
Yeah, yeah, I just think, yeah, okay. Just want to make sure.
Also, quick question. I totally forgot. When did we start the meeting?
I
Like
think it was
35, I
like
think.
35, 38-ish.
35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now we have 32 minutes, but I started like late too. It was
Yeah, I
like-
had to pee, so we started a minute or two late. Yeah.
yeah. So
So when does it officially? I'm confused when it ends. Like when we're done, because I have no time. Usually we.
in like I guess in like 10 minutes or like
Okay.
yeah.
Question. So since I'm doing the conclusions, should I just wait for everybody else to finish? That way I could kind of have everyone's ideas together.
I mean, whatever you want. I feel like if you have anything you could put down now, like just put it down. But if you want to wait, and whatever you think will help you the best.
Yeah. You want to check really quick what we had so far, so maybe you can have an idea.
For sure.
Okay. Wait, I can see here. So we basically start with the presentation, right? So first slide, and then second slide is the thesis so far, which we probably gonna change. And then next slide, I guess you're talking just about the history, right? Oh, you're mute.
Oh no, I'm looking at the slides already through over here. Because I finished the, what is it, the recommendations?
I'm literally on mute. I was on mute. I was just saying, I I talked a little bit about Nestle and a little bit about Kit Kat and that.
Okay. Okay, and the next slide, you're just talking
This
about.
one I'm a little unsure. I hope I did it right. But
Yeah.
I took like what we had kind of on the outline. I used kind of that as my
Yeah,
takeoff issue.
I mean, I guess so far it looks good to me.
Okay.
And then Jake, what are you talking about, Jake?
So I'm listing some of the places. I'm gonna dive a little bit deeper into
Yeah.
why they source it. See if I can find anything, like if it's cheapest. I don't know if I'll be able to, but then I have a little map of, it includes manufacturers and suppliers, but the suppliers are in blue, so that is where they get the sourcing from, which is in that list right there.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. And then here I'm talking about the distributions. I guess I wanted to look for a map that says like, oh, from here starts, and then like showing like what is the process, I guess, how it goes from the plants to the consumer. So basically that, and then I haven't started this one, but I'm just gonna talk about I don't know, programs for employees, how are the ethical practices for managers, and like just like on overall of everything. So I guess that, and then Jake here.
So I haven't dove deep into the ethical issues yet.
Yeah.
What do you want me to talk about? Because that wasn't included in the initial.
Yeah, the thing is that I saw that we have to have 11 slides, so I just put like ethical issues as like a recommendation. But if you wanna talk, if you wanna erase that one and then say like for sourcing, you add like sourcing another like slide, and you are talking still about sourcing, will be great. But I just say like ethical issues as a recommendation. But
What was the slide that it was like slides 4 through 8? Was that just the manufacturing, sourcing, and
yeah,
logistics?
yeah, that one.
I can definitely do an ethical issues slide. I'm cool with that. Unless if there's no information, then maybe I'll change it.
Jake, on the document that we had shared, I think one of my sources talked about the child labor. If you want to maybe look at that. I don't really know what you plan on doing, but that could
Yeah,
help.
which one? Okay, the first one, sued for child labor. Okay.
I have a little blurb on it, so.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, awesome.
I'm opening it up right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Next slide. Recommendation. Where I? Okay, recommendations. So this is your question, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it's just recommendations.
Yeah,
Or-
so I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. So are we supposed to look at how Kit Kat can be unethical in some of their things? Because I kind of added some of the stuff that we learned during class, like you know, questioning whether or not the product you're eating is ethical or not. You know, trying to
Yeah.
figure out how to do research on it, and then little steps on figuring that out. But I'm not sure if this is because I feel is this just like a supply chain thing to see exactly how Kit Kat manufactures their chocolate like from start to finish.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you can, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can focus on that, what you're doing so far, and also add about what Jake is going to talk about the ethical issue and child slavery and say, like, oh, what are the practices that they are doing right now? Because I saw on its page that says, like, they have like 3 like main programs. I don't know if it's their program. So it's like saving lives, helping women and children. So I can show you real quick.
No, I think I got it right there.
Okay,
'Cause,
yeah.
yeah, my recommendations are basically that try to figure out whether the product you're using, eating, whatever it is, like
Yeah, and also you can talk about the land itself. So like what practices are doing there, maybe, and add the fair trade thing, I guess. Oh, you're
yeah,
right there.
yeah, I'd put that on there. Basically,
Yeah,
like if you're wanting to look for something that's more ethical, to kind of look for labels like that.
yeah. Okay. And then for the conclusions, I don't know, just conclusions.
The conclusion, I'm gonna start right now.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do something rough, just to have something on there, and we'll
Yeah.
run from there.
Yeah. And then just make sure that everyone adds their references. So yeah, I would say that that's basically it. I just wanted to know that we are in the same track, knowing, or like if you want to add something else or any slide that you think it's necessary to say something on it, or
Andy, are you gonna turn it in with the who should turn it in? Are you just gonna turn it in with the thingy, or one of us could do it?
oh, I can do it.
Okay. Is there like a separate place for it, or do you turn it in with like the other stuff?
I guess with the other stuff, or no, I think
that might be.
it's
I don't
on
know,
the
but or you could do both too. I don't really know because that's like what we worked on.
yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, I think this one has to go to the draft one, and then
Okay.
yeah, and then obviously the link and the agenda goes directly to the their meeting. So I guess
Okay, perfect.
Do we all turn this in, or only one person?
No, I think just
just
one person.
yeah.
So I think we're good.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to ask real quick. Do we have to create a group on the people on their?
Okay, I tried doing that, but I was so confused. I don't know how to do it.
Me either.
I was really confused.
Okay, I'll try later tonight because I
Yeah, if
want
you
to
find
see
out,
our.
let us know.
Yeah, I want to see
Because
our
I looked, I
score
couldn't figure it out. Okay.
grades. Yeah, but yeah, I think that's basically all so far. So, any questions regarding to this? Um, I don't know if like everyone is good. If we are done by 8, would be great.
Yeah, I think my slides are done, so
Oh yeah,
you're
you're
good
good.
whenever.
Yeah.
I should have my slides done after we finish because I have to work at 6:30.
Okay. So
Well, my slide. I have one
Yeah.
more slide.
okay.
Perfect.
So 8, it's fine, or you wanna?
Yeah,
have
I'll
one?
get done. It's
Okay.
only like one slide anyways, so and it's just the draft, so I'm not like
Yeah,
altering.
like
Oh,
not high stress. It's not
Yeah.
stress.
So yeah. So just make sure that your slide is with the same font size and
Yes, I think, okay, what I was doing, and I can try to go back into it before 8. I just have class at 6, so I'll try.
yeah.
But what I was doing, just so everyone knows, I had it on, except for the reference side, I did put the fonts a little bit smaller just because we're gonna have a lot of references. So I put it on like, I think it was like 36 Leto, and then like the color has to be coral, or like the not coral, like theme colored gray.
It's fine. It has the recommended theme colors.
Yeah,
anyways,
yeah,
the
yeah.
little palette.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, if you need to like make your slide like the font smaller to like fit everything, like obviously do that, but try.
I
to
can
make it all
double check that before I send it.
Okay, that works too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, guys. We're done with this meeting. So
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
have a good day.
Have a good day, guys. Bye.
Bye.